light these babies. So we're all here, and it's just fun to see everybody again. I am not going to wear a mask outside. I will wear one inside at all times, but outside I just can't do it.
For the last few months, Carla Sikora has opened up her garden to friends and friends of friends for conversation in this politically vital suburb outside of Milwaukee.
Neighbors just kind of assumed I was a Republican, and I probably just didn't correct them out of my own sense of fear for, backlash against what my real views are. And then I think after 2016, just realizing I couldn't be silent anymore.
This area underperformed for Democrats in the last presidential election by about 50,000 votes, helping deliver a Trump victory. And flipping any state might come down to suburbs like this one. Are you guys excited about Biden, though, as the Democrat? How do Democrats win if you're not excited about voting for your own guy?
We have to be a team player.
Yeah.
Not voting because you're ticked off is a vote for Trump. So we all must, this is my compromise. And do I agree with Biden on all of his policies? No. But I agree about 75%. You cannot sit this one out. No. You cannot.
And as much as Biden isn't my first choice, he has that hook from Obama. He's still connected in that way. He also brings in a known factor where our boat's been rocked so much by this incredible Trump presidency that we just want some kind of normalcy for a while.
2016 election was decided on the margins, and it was decided on the margins of a few states, and Wisconsin was one of them. Do you all think about that and the sort of gravity of this situation here?
Folks recognize how important a vote is here in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. And that's why conversations sort of like these are so important. Because, right, if we flip 50 or so people in every county, right, the election is changed.
The idea of bringing the convention here would have given Democrats a chance to show they've learned from 2016, when the then nominee Hillary Clinton failed to visit Wisconsin and lost by 0.7% of the vote. How important was it that Milwaukee was chosen for the Democratic National Convention?
I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, whether I was hosting somebody in my house, whether I was able to volunteer, just anything I could do to help support that Democratic ticket was exciting for me. But also just being able to say that it was here in Milwaukee, where it's a very segregated city.
I was excited too. But I thought it was a really gutsy move. It was like putting a mirror on what we need to do in this city to fix these institutional situations.
Everybody go around the circle and say what their top voting issue is for this election cycle.
I'm going to be voting for equity because I think we're in the second rendition of the civil rights movement right now.
It's ending voter suppression and the Supreme Court.
That's a tough question. Honestly, I'd vote for anybody who was running against Trump.
Clinton also opened far fewer field offices here than President Obama did, and local Democrats say that had an impact. Wisconsin State Senator Lena Taylor represents parts of Milwaukee and its suburbs. How do you think about a suburban voter in Wisconsin?
The suburban voter that comes to my mind that I think is going to be one of the most important one is white women. White women voted for Trump. I don't believe that those women are with Trump anymore. I've seen those women marching with Black Lives Matter. I've seen those women standing up and saying something when individuals are marching through those communities. I believe that that's the population that's going to matter the most.
Why is Wisconsin so important in this 2020 election? And do you think he can win again? Or do you think that the Democrats have the chance to win here in Wisconsin?
So some of the reasons Trump won is truly because of policies that were put in place. Voter ID, 30 other pieces of legislation that changed election laws so that there were less time for people to go and vote early, time periods that polls could be open. All of those things chipped away a little. So those small margins, so to say, have been influenced by those policy changes. So I don't want people to think that Trump came here and he was like this magnificent candidate that, won people over. Although there's some of that too. I mean, he definitely went around the state and spent time here. Yeah. And so when you ask what happened in 2016, this is what I'm gonna tell you. With those law changes, with someone who spent time here and someone who did not, that makes a difference. If Joe Biden and Kamala Harris do not come to Wisconsin, I believe it'll be a problem.
You mean in person come?
I believe that them coming in person matters too, but meaning everything from a presence in a campaign, yes, even during a pandemic, a ground campaign, outreach to the people, it's crucial.
How important is it to see people in person? Does that make a difference?
It helps a lot.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, this is the teacher in me. Multi-sensory engagement, see, hear, touch, taste, smell, movement, rhythm. If it's all there, you feel it, and if it's not, we're gonna have to work on it.